All right, Jacob, you want to give me a quick recap?
All right. Session 59. Played this on May 19th, so too long ago. Um, so we had a 3-day montage after the point from which Clay told Seven Aster that he followed the tracks um that wandered around the camp to Josiah's tent. So one of the nights was the game on full moon. No one went out and really didn't do much work. Um Seb took over making breakfast from Hugo using his spinny hands. This was fantastic. And then Aster continued to bleed from her eyes every night and prestidigitated away in the morning. So that's the quick montage. On the morning of the 18th day, which is I think what Josh said on that. So 18th day at the dig site,
No,
Josiah
we're only
announces
on the 14th day. I checked the
14th.
calendar.
Okay. Okay, I'll edit that.
Thank you.
Anyway, 14th day. 14th day. Josiah announced that they are going to bust through the roof of the library with the aid of one of Hugo's machines, much to Clay's excitement. Um, the camp is bustling, everyone is super stoked, and they gather at the top of the West Library, where Hugo has like a huge multi-bladed contraption set up. He tells everyone to shield their eyes, and he starts cutting into this thing. Dust and debris flying everywhere. And all of a sudden, there's a really loud boom, and the hole he cut in just fell straight into the library. Josiah's like, "Hey, I thought we weren't gonna drop it in. I thought you were gonna pull it out." He's like, "I did what I was told. You said get into the library. I got into the library." Poor Hugo, man, overworked, undercompensated, typical middle management. Um, so Josiah, Thora, and Aster descend a rope that was attached to Hugo's machine, going down into the darkness. And through the light that's shining through this opening on the first floor, well, they can tell it's multiple stories, which is surprising because everything else they've gotten into has been one story. But the first floor seems to be full of books, and as they descend, there's like these stone-looking things on the wall. They get to the bottom, light a lantern, and while Clay and Sev are climbing down behind them, they realize there's a shit ton of sarcophagi all over the bottom few floors of this place. Um, while they're investigating, Aster notices a familiar crystal in the middle of a circular indentation is the wrong word, but it's like a clearly like a circular platform in the base of this tower. And she sees some runes using her super smart um I don't know. She recognizes, she's like, "Oh hey, this is a platform and it probably goes up and down if we put magic in it." So she calls Sev over, tells Josiah, "Hey, Sev's gonna do some magic and activate this thing." And what do you know? Magical elevator that goes up and down between the floors. Great stuff. Good job. Um, Aster, Seven, your Rom go up to the top floor to look at books. And Josiah tells Clay to open one of the sarcophagi. He's like, "Oh, bad shit comes out of those." But she's like, "I'm the boss. Do what I say." And he says, "Yes, ma'am." So he struggles to open it, and they call Seb down. And between the two of them and the laborers, they pop one open, and there's a unsettlingly accurate stone statue with like really intricate detail of a person just like in simple robes. And yeah, that's in one of them. And then they open it two more, I think, and there are more of them in the other ones, and no one knows what the fuck that means. Um, so then there's another few days of montaging of like Josiah, getting books, and I think one or two of the statues may be out of this library. And Aster's working and Sev is working, and they're getting books out and packing them in these pitch sealed crates for maximum protection. And Yoram and some of her cronies are taking like cursory notes of what's in the books. This is a few days, and then the night before the resupply caravan is supposed to get there, Sev is guarding the entrance to the library when he sees like a really bright light um in the camp. And there's like a loud cracking or splintering noise, and everyone is woken up and rushing to where the light is. They see that the crates that the books have been sealed in are on fire, just like an inferno. They try to organize like a bucket brigade, but by the time they get that done, there's like basically nothing left. At this point, Josiah is fucking livid. She's, you know, promising retribution and jail time for whoever the saboteur was, and she announces she's gonna hold individual interviews to determine who was where when and to get to the bottom of this. As Josiah is ranting and raving, Aster huddles up the party to come up with a plan, and she asks Clay if he has any of the Seeker Potion, aka the Draught of Blindness, and if he wants to go on a hunt and maybe track some magical signature like the one they saw earlier from the crate, maybe to whoever was the perpetrator. So Clay takes the potion and he sees that the city is like enveloped in a magical fog, which didn't have that in the summary, but I was watching it and I didn't add it in. So first things first, he notices there is a magical fog enveloping the city. From there, he locates the like magical trail, follows it to no one's surprise to Yoram's tent, where he hears her muttering about how it's always so cryptic and she is demanding answers, and he can hear her scribbling on paper. However, he can't see through the canvas tent, but he can see that there's like she's holding something in her hand and magic seems to be emanating from it. Having pressed his luck as far as he was willing to at that point, Clay goes to return to where Seven Ass are in the campground, and that is when he like looks more towards the city and sees like a giant whirling maelstrom of like green and yellow and red, like a magical storm over the city, and it appears to be located over the temple where Seven Aster got closed in one night by that stranger. He starts going towards the city, but then says, that's a bad idea. He goes back to talk to Seven Aster, tells him what he found out, what he heard at Yoram's tent, that he thinks that she's doing what Aster does, writing in the book, getting questions, to which like Sev points out that weren't they supposed to find another book here? The boys seem to think that that's what's going on. Aster's a little more dubious, but yeah, it's at this point Josiah calls for Sev and says she's going to need his help, and Clay turns to look at her, and he sees like over her shoulder some sort of magical entity with like bright yellow eyes, like a very angular shaped head that appears to be hooded, and they lock eyes, and it's like the entity is telling Clay that it knows that he can see it, and Clay's like, oh fuck. And that's where we left off. Sorry for the rambling review.
That's good. Where did I post that fucking photo though, dude?
Paladin's secret messages.
Oh, that's right, because only
So,
you saw it.
so Clay's still invisible right now. Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. He's still invisible. That's a good call out, Tyler. Thank you.
Because his eyes are weird too. I didn't want anyone to see those. His eye, singular.
Yeah.
Rough.
Love it.
And that is where we pick up. Ooh. Clay, you stare at this thing. Sev, Josiah has just called you over up the hill to her tent. What are we doing, guys? Tis still the wee hours of the morning. I will say again.
Clay is invisible, so he shouldn't be speaking. So I'll just be like nod at Sev, and we don't know what Clay's seeing either. Just like, go on, Sev.
Uh-oh. Did you mute yourself, Tyler?
No, can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There you go.
Okay, I'll go. I don't know how much help
Probably
I'll
just
be.
she probably just wants your help. I think we told her once you could get answers from people or truth or something like that. I don't know. She probably doesn't understand how it works, but just try to be helpful, I guess.
I will.
And be very careful.
Okay. I'm going. I'll walk over to Josiah.
As Sev walks away, Clay, you still looking at her?
Oh yeah.
Kind of look at her, and you have to blink at some point. The second you do, this entity standing behind her disappears.
Can I like how tall is it? Is it like small and like floating over her shoulder? Or is it like big and like looming over her?
It is about her size, but
Okay.
does seem to be
So like
floating behind her.
Oh my
normal
God.
humanoid size, and it's not like fucking 12 feet tall or
It's
something
not
like
12
that.
feet tall. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe
Cool,
6
cool,
feet
cool, cool.
tall. Maybe probably
Okay.
closer to like 5'5", and floats in the
Okay,
air.
and it's like floating a little bit. Okay. I was just try to
It's
try
like
to get an
it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
It's like fucking Ryuk from Death Note, just sitting
I
there.
love it, Tyler, when you throw out the anime shit. One of us.
All
Fellow weeb.
right, we'll come back to that. Seb, you walk up to Josiah. You didn't see anything?
I saw a bright flash as I was sitting over by the library. I saw it from this direction, but that's all. I was more worried about the entrance itself.
That's good. It's probably the next step. Destroy the books, then destroy whatever is in the sarcophagus. Do you have any abilities that would help us find a perpetrator of these crimes?
I I do. I have the ability to know whether someone is lying or not. There's a chance they could get around it, but it works a lot of the time. Or they're only maybe not. I'm not able to tell like they're lying, but they're only able to tell the truth in a certain area whenever use the magic.
That's good. Good, good. I want you with me later today.
Okay.
After breakfast, I'm going to call people into my tent and we are going to have a serious conversation with them.
Of course. What do you think is going on here?
I don't know. Someone either sabotaging it for a rival treasure hunting outfit, or something far more sinister. I will get to the bottom of it.
I want to do an insight check on her. Just see like is everything checking out? Does like the way she's speaking kind of match up with what she looks like?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Okay. 10.
10?
10.
She seems serious. There's no incongruency between her words, the emotion behind them, and the emotion that she is portraying in her face.
Okay. I'll keep my eyes out until then. Can I do anything else in the meantime?
Continue to watch the library. I want you there every night.
Does anybody outside of camp know about all this stuff going on?
I sent a bird off to the main conservatory, asking for funds to hire more guards. I've not received one back yet.
And are we outside or are we in our tent?
You're outside. You're just outside her
okay.
tent. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right. I'll part ways, head back over to where Pastor is.
So let's shoot back to Clay and Aster. What are you two doing?
Because we don't know that Clay saw the monster behind Josiah. We have no reason to think that yet.
You don't, yeah.
I think I would be like, if you're done, get inside the tent so I can drop invisibility on you.
Yeah, that's fine. There was a fucking thing behind Josiah.
What do you mean a thing?
Like, a fucking. It was a thing. How do you? You can't see it, and then I took the thing, and then now I can see it.
An important note too that I don't think I said. While you're looking at Aster, you can see the magical essences. Hers is very concentrated around where her heart would be.
Okay. Classic.
When Aster reads minds, does she only read thoughts, or can she see what you saw? Like if you
we've played it that she can see what he saw. I was about to suggest that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It will just require a spellcasting ability check.
Yeah.
To dive into that.
Do the thing. Do the thing where you look at. God damn it! I hate giving you permission to look in my mind. Do the thing.
Oh, that thing? Yeah, you never ask me to do that. Okay, give me 1 second. Come on, get in the tent. And she'll drop invisibility.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
So you guys turn and start going to the tent. Clay, as soon as you turn around, you immediately lock eyes with it.
Fuck.
And then,
even though Josiah's gone.
Yeah, well, it disappeared from behind Josiah.
Hmm.
You hear these echoed, cryptic voices. Sayonara. And then it slowly fades away.
What the fuck, dude? It was right there. It was right there. And it said some crazy shit.
What are you talking about?
Aster.
Okay, give me a second and I will look at your memory. Okay, just come on.
Yeah.
And she casts around until she finds his arm to guide him.
That doesn't look weird at all.
Yeah, that doesn't look super sus. Come on, let's go. I push you towards the tent.
Okay.
You guys go into the tent. This is happening while you're having your conversation with Josiah, Sev, and that, of course, is going to last a little bit longer than what it took just you and me, because it's D&D. It takes just add 5 minutes to every conversation. Okay, you guys are in the tent. Invisibility is dropped. Immediately, Aster, you see the bandage covering Clay's eye is completely black, and it is been flowing down his eye.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, Clay, we need to change your bandages.
It is the potion that fills your eye had nothing to fill,
that's so gross.
You just have this mark that ran down your face. It's some of your clothing is stained from it.
This motherfucker's gonna look so suspicious. God damn.
Josh, I love you. Oh my god. I did. Oh my god. Yes.
really
You know
quick.
what I want. You know what I want, motherfucker.
Burn dry out. I gotta have fun with it too. Let's hold on that for just a second because we waited so long to get started. I have to pee really bad again. So give me like 1 second.
I haven't used Zone of Truth.
What'd you say, Steph?
I haven't used Zone of Truth in so long.
Yeah.
Also, 10 minutes, not 1 minute. So that's good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are in the tent.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get something fresh to wrap Clay's eye up with again because it's disturbing to look at.
Yeah.
I'll take the fucked up one off.
As you do, it
Oof.
like flows down even more.
Ugh.
Whatever is supposed to fill your eyes during this hour is just oozing out.
Prestidigitating that as it
Did I get it all?
oozes.
Your
Oh, no,
prestidigitation
Clay,
for this
stop.
doesn't seem to affect it.
Yeah.
Really?
We learned this in
Old Ashton.
Old Ashton.
Oh, that's right. It's like ink, like it stains like that. Man.
Just smear it a little bit. I'll say it's the ash from the fire.
Oh, okay, great. That won't be suspicious at all.
I was right there with Hugo, cleaning it up.
Starting it.
Okay, they'll get him wrapped up and then she'll be like, I hope nothing else bad happens because this is pretty much all my magic for the day. And then she'll cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Oh, you have to
detect.
cast it. You can't just. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's not a. Well, I believe at will. I'm always getting your surface thoughts, but
Yeah.
in order to go
Mm.
deeper, I have to use the spell. I don't think I need. I mean,
So you don't have to use the spell slot. At will means in general. So it's always the surface level for you, but you can choose to dive deeper, but you never have to use the spell slot for this.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, now that you have the priestess's power, you don't need to ever use a spell slot for detect thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah. So roll me a spellcasting ability check.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right, 1 second. Here we go. Dirty 20.
Dirty
Oh.
20, son of a bitch. You probe into Clay's mind, pushing for the memories, what he's seen recently. There are a few. You pass by some of his other memories looking for the right one, those of patrols, his meandering around some of the dig sites during the day,
It's so boring in here.
the outside of Yoram's tent. And then you're back where you were moments ago, except from a different perspective. Looking at yourself, now seeing the magical essences themselves, seeing where yours mostly resides. Peeking up at Yoram as her echoed disembodied voice shouts out. And seeing this entity behind her. I'm gonna share it with you now, too. Sev still hasn't seen it, so Sev has to wait. I'm gonna post it in your secret messages, Claire. Boom.
Oh my god. Scary.
It's so bad.
You
I
see the
hate
further
it.
conversation, and then you see Clay, from your perspective again, turn around and meet the eyes of this creature. But then, where Clay heard cryptic voices, you hear, "Ah, one who touches the cortex. We see you." You are shunted
I was just gonna
out
say, I
of
feel like I'm
Clay's
leaving
mind.
now. Yep.
Did you see it?
Oh, that's really bad.
Yeah, that's what I
It's
that's what I was
no,
thinking.
no, Clay, it talked to me. It said one
Yeah,
who
it
touches
talked to
the
me.
cortex. I could understand it. And I don't think it was talking to you. I think it was talking to me, right? Josh, is that an
Yeah,
accurate?
that's the
Yeah.
impression you're getting. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Wait. Hold on. What?
I
It
heard it
knows.
say one who touches the cortex. That's me. That is really bad,
Should have.
whatever this is.
I should have just killed that old man. Well, I did kill that old man, but I should have done it right. Fuck. Oh no.
I don't know what we
Do
do
you think
about this.
Josiah knows about that thing? Or do you think it's
No,
just hanging
absolutely
around?
not. I
You
think
don't think so?
not consciously anyway. I think it's manipulating her. I don't think she's aware enough of magic to know what it is. Hello, Lucy.
Oh God.
Look, I think you
I
guys
should
are
have.
probably right about your though. I think she probably has a book like mine. I didn't want to believe that she, had anything in common with me, but it's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, somehow that's like the third worst thing that we've found out in the past hour.
I
So,
know, but
did you see
maybe,
the city? Did you see the city in the fucking
yeah,
storm?
yeah, I mean, you
Yeah,
described it
you did see
accurately.
it,
What the
yeah.
fuck? It's really pretty though, all those colors that you see on the thread.
No, it's fucked, Aster. Come on.
I think it's kind of pretty. But I mean, but you're right. The situation is really bad.
Sev, as you're finishing up your conversation with Josiah, she sees Hugo, and you do too, near the bottom of the hill. Hugo, come up here. It's only a few moments, and he's up there too. You and Sev are about the only two people. Oh, Lucy's in here now. That's kind of crazy. She's just on screen. Sorry. You are the only two people I think I can 100% trust in this entire camp. Hugo, I want you and that Clay fellow watching the camp at all times. Sev will be at any active dig site. I want somebody watching around the clock, whether it's one of you staying up all night alternatively or taking shifts. But I want eyes. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we can do that. I'll talk to him in the morning. I'll take shift the rest the rest of this morning, and I'll talk to him at breakfast. Good. Get some. Well, I tell you to get some sleep, but you're not going to. Sev, I will see you after breakfast.
Sure.
She goes into her tent.
I'll Hugo, what do you make of all this?
I think the bandits have something to do with it. It's hard for me to believe that there's somebody else in camp who would be trying to destroy all this. I don't know. They just pay me to build stuff and keep an eye out.
I mean, insight check, Hugo.
Yeah.
You seem legit. Oh, that's better. 25.
Yeah. Kind of 25. He seems a little distracted serious enough, but he's kind of looking over the horizon at the dark um, dig site. He just has this air of not necessarily confusion, but like an air of not understanding really what is happening or why it's happening.
Yeah. Okay.
I think there's also, you would also pick up concern of like, dude has just been told that he is going to have a lot of sleepless nights on top of how busy he already is.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll walk back over to the tent. Hey guys, we're gonna have a truth conference later. Everything okay?
How do I look?
Oh my. Oh my. What
Oh, that bad, huh?
I
Wait, do you
forgot.
say a truth conference?
Quite the way to phrase it.
Yeah, we're gonna find out who's not telling truth.
Hmm.
So be ready for that.
Well, I looked into Clay's mind and saw this entity that is pretty fucking bad, so.
The
Not the priestess or the sword. This is a third one, actually, for the record. So
another
The
there
oh, Sev, you didn't even. There was an entity standing behind Josiah. I think it's what's possessing or manipulating her.
then I turned around and it was bucket behind us, and it said some crazy shit that I couldn't understand. But Aster said, what did it say? The one that touches the cortex?
It knew that I was seeing it through Clay's mind, and it said something about me being the one who touches the cortex. It knows that we know about it, and it knows who we are. It's not good.
is it here right now? Clay?
It's not in the tent. My one eye, my right eye is still all crazy for a little bit longer.
Yeah, you don't see it.
It's not in here.
And then you're going to what? Vomit for a few hours or something?
Only if I maybe. It's like 50-50.
Well, hopefully if you're feeling spry because Hugo's gonna have you and Hugo are gonna have more guard responsibilities in the meantime.
More guard. All I do is walk around the fucking cape all day.
Josiah is on a mission to I don't know
Oh fuck.
The
Okay.
cortex. How is the cortex related to any of this?
Oh, it just knows that I am in connection with it tangentially through the priestess, which my patron is now siphoning power off of.
Wait, Seb, what else did Josiah say? She said she's gonna talk to everybody, and then Hugo and I are watching the dig site all the time?
Pretty much.
Anything else important?
Truth conference.
Is that it? Fuck.
They haven't heard.
How
from
long do we
anybody
how long do
outside.
we have before this starts? I'd rather not be fucking crazy eyed.
Probably a couple hours.
Oh, that's good. I'll hide in here.
But so, what do we do about this monster thing? I mean, how bad could it be? Is it just like a little ghost or something?
Oh no, I mean, it looks like it has, I don't know, half a dozen eyes. It doesn't even resemble anything humanoid, Sev, but it's clearly conscious.
I think we should kill it.
Of course you think that, but how exactly do you propose we do that?
I'll probably stab it a couple times.
Don't do that. It's not going to go well for you.
I don't know. We'll see. I think I feel like I'm gonna end up stabbing it, and then we'll just see what happens.
You're going to lose another something. Hopefully it's not the other eye. You're kind of useless to me then.
Ow. I was one that saw the damn thing with my eye.
Exactly. You need to keep the one that you have in your head where it is.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So this thing is just like part of the ruins here. Like maybe it's been here.
That would be my guess. There's some
Man,
very
there's
old
fog in
magic
the
here.
city. There's a storm over the temple. There's a fucking ghost floating around. This place is fucked.
Uh, Pat, would your book know what this thing is, Aster?
Oh, I should ask it. Aster will pull out the book.
So I've watched her draw it. That way you know. That way you can see how fucked up it is too.
Aster's not an amazing artist, so I don't know how well it's gonna come across, but yeah, I'll sketch it and I'll say, what is this thing?
How do I want to answer this? You will draw it. First off, just roll me like a. What do you think you should roll for a drawing check?
I think, what do I usually roll for these? Because you have me roll pretty often.
Do I do performance or do I just do dexterity? It's been so long. Why don't you do performance? It feels right.
Okay. It's not my best stat. We may also have done persuasion in the past.
I do usually do persuasion. You're right. Let's
Mhm.
do persuasion.
Okay, that's an 11.
I think you forgot an eye. I think you're short like a couple eyes, Aster.
Aster glares at you, but adds a few more eyes.
The book writes back. I will not speak of this thing.
Oh, that's not a good answer. It says it won't speak of it, which means it knows. And maybe it's scared of it?
Or we need to figure it out for ourselves, maybe. That might be a nice. No, this is fucked.
I'm surprised it doesn't just. I'm surprised it's afraid of it. It seems like everything it comes across it wants to. It already either knows or wants to know.
I mean, maybe it's not afraid of it, but I can't think of very many reasons that it wouldn't want to even touch that subject.
Maybe they have some sort of agreement that they don't interfere with each other.
Maybe.
That would be good. Well, I don't know.
The book.
I mean, if
books was here.
at least one of the books was here, so yes, it's possible they know each other, so to speak. I don't love this idea, but if Yaram really has the same situation as me, maybe we could convince her to agree with us and convince Josiah that something magical is going on. You know what I mean? Form a little alliance of sorts. But I don't know what convincing Josiah that something magical is going on would even accomplish. It's not like any of us can reason with this thing.
No. Yeah. I mean, I would like to know what Yoram knows because clearly she's seen a lot around here.
Well, if her patron is really the same as mine, I'm going to guess she doesn't know any more than I do about it.
At least we have Sev is going to be right next to Josiah for all her questioning, so
That's
you'll
true,
be able to
Sev, you
tell
can...
us everything that you find out, and we can go from there. Maybe Maybe we wait to approach your Rom until
After she's been
after you get to
interrogated.
hear what, yeah, after she's talked to
Yeah,
Josiah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I
because
guess if I'm gonna be on extra patrols, I can always snoop around too. I don't fucking know.
Well, be careful.
what's the end game here? What do we want to?
Well, what we want is for this entity to stop interfering with our dig, but I don't know how we accomplish that. It's
I don't
probably a lot more powerful than anything we have at our disposal.
And you think it's? I mean, it seems like it might be affecting even more than just Josiah. Maybe it's just whoever.
Yeah, I guess we don't know that Josiah is the only person that's been puppeting.
know.
I mean, I don't really want to do anything right now while everyone's on high alert, but is there some way we could communicate with it, do you think?
Wait, do you think
I,
it's evil? Is it
I
evil?
wonder if I know I'm not usually the person that pushes for this, but maybe if we're patient, we could see how today goes, questionings and all that. See what we find out. Regroup tonight. I don't have to drink the I don't have to drink the potion to be able to detect magic, but it's different. It's different. But I'm wondering if maybe I could be looking out for it while I'm walking around. I can't understand it, but if I could see it or figure out where it is
Well, as
more
long as
often.
if you hear it or see it or anything, Aster can always see it later.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Any information you can. Oh, am I muted? No, I'm not.
No,
You're
Any
good.
information you can find would be good. I don't like waiting, but you're right. I don't think we should do anything right now.
Can you sense like what kind of being this thing is, Clay?
Yeah, if I were smart and good at my job, I would have tried to figure out what it was. But as we all know, I'm fucking terrible at this. So
I have magic that can like we used with the old man.
right. Yeah. I mean, I can sense if it's good or evil or, what sort of potentially what sort of entity it is. But feels like half the time I use that on this stuff, it's doesn't register. It's just like pure magic or some crazy shit. So
Yeah, sorry about that.
no, it fucking
That's on
rocks,
me.
dude. But like, it fucking rocks. You're like, but I might be able to
Because
figure something out. I don't know.
and because if it is possessing Josiah or somebody, that magic might help it be removed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
but I think I agree with your plan. Just wait it out a little bit, find out some more info this morning. Go from there. Because I'll be having to sit by the library again.
Oh, are you still on library guard duty?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you just get some rest and clean up before you did this morning. Oh, Josiah seemingly only trusts Hugo and I.
I don't really blame her for that.
Yeah. So
We got our man on the inside.
Here we go.
Actually, that wasn't a very Aster answer. Aster would say, she doesn't trust me. Why not? I'm great at my job.
Maybe too good. You figured out that platform thing right away.
She just seems very flustered, which makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, Clay, lay down. You're going to look rough enough in a few hours.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
I guess it helps that he already kind of looked like shit.
Yeah.
would
Yeah,
keep
he
an
just
eye
always
out.
looks fucked up. So everyone's like, ah, he just looks like that.
Looks bad all the time. What are you, Seb and Aster doing? What are you two doing?
So early morning, right?
Yeah, I would say the fire woke you guys up probably around 1 a.m. and it's probably around 2:33 now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a minute to like prep the spell. I don't know mechanically how long that takes, but I'll just take a minute to do that.
It doesn't take that long. So, yeah.
Um, Aster will pull out her book and write, does how do I want to phrase this? Does your Rom have one of your books?
Why would you ask something like that? It's
I
very
need to
rude.
know if my patron is cheating on me.
Very rude. Roll a persuasion check.
13?
13. The book writes back.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Many aid in my seeking of knowledge.
Oh, many. Interesting. Take that as a yes.
Yo, she's so miffed.
Aster likes to think that she's special.
There's like 30 books out there.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, what else do I want to ask it? I don't think it's gonna give me a straight answer, but I will ask, what is the storm of magic over the city?
How do I describe it, guys? In the way the book would describe it. I always lose. I'm never good at this part. Why did I give you a book and give this ability to you? Um, the storm is a byproduct, a convergence of intense magical energy, not all of which can exist peacefully with the other aspects of it.
Hmm. Interesting.
Josh, I have a question. This
Sure,
is out of character.
hit me with it.
Is there such a thing as like, have we heard anything about like the idea of ley lines or anything like that in Visara?
Ley lines.
Yeah,
I think I know what
magical like arteries through the world.
No,
You said convergence. It made me think of that.
no, I think that's an excellent thought. It is not like that.
Okay. Okay. Just thought I would
It just
ask.
it makes me feel because there's like alien people here, not alien, but they're different than it's like they came from somewhere else and like it's like international magic or some shit. Like
They're
it's
from the moon, damn it. I don't know.
cosmic magic. I don't know. It's like it's like keeping it tied down here. I don't know.
Convergence of different types of magic. Man, what the fuck?
Yeah, a lot going on here.
Anything else you want to ask your book? Any other
I don't-
stumpers you want to throw my way?
I don't think so, unless you guys can think of anything.
Clay's in the corner, passed out with
Yeah.
black shit trickling out of his face.
Yeah, it just keeps coming.
Gross.
Just wait until
Oh,
the end
God.
Yeah,
of the spell when it all gets
I know. I was
shunted
like,
out.
just Tell me when to roll the con save. I'm so excited.
And his good eyes got the tears coming out of it, right?
Not yet.
Not
That
yet.
happens when the potion fades. Then it has
Mm-hmm.
to drain out of his eye, but because it never even there's
Yeah.
no
Oh
eye
my
for it to
god.
collect in, that's why it's
Mm-hmm.
just draining down his bad
Yeah.
one.
Ugh,
Oh, I love
gross.
it.
Can't think of anything else to ask. Yeah. Or what language was that thing speaking? Do you know what it was talking to you in?
Master understood it, but I don't know that that means anything.
Because it was just on thought. Like,
Yeah. Hmm.
I wonder if there's, so you can't fight everything, but like, you just, I don't know how we beat this thing. Or if we even need to beat it. Just,
I don't either.
is it just protecting the city? Like it's the,
Seems to be, but maybe there is something specific it doesn't want us to find. That's why I wish we could communicate with it. I mean, I guess I sort of did, but more. It is still very early. I'm going to try to rest a little bit more, Sev.
I guess I'll go hang out by the library for the remainder of the morning.
It's probably a good idea.
And we'll get ready for our knowledge quest. I'll walk back over there.
Okay. Any final things from you, Aster?
No, I don't think so. I don't think she's really going to get back to sleep, but she'll like rest her eyes for another 2 hours.
Play, roll me a con save.
Let's go. Come on. This is one of those fun instances where I don't care if I pass or fail. So I get to enjoy it either way. No, 15.
15 will pass. You get a little bit of nausea,
Yes.
but you don't vomit it up.
Okay.
It doesn't even really. You wake up a little bit with some nausea, but you're able to kind of subside that and go back to sleep. All right, let's take another quick break. Believe it or not, I have to pee again. And then we'll come back, do Knowledge Quest. Later morning will arrive, around 7 a.m. across the board. I'm going to put on a little less creepy music. Seems fine. There's still a hesitant air. People are quiet, but it's more peaceful than it was early this morning. Breakfast is being made by Hugo. Clay, when you exit the tent, he kind of calls you over.
I've either put a new wrap over my eye, or if it doesn't hurt too bad, I have put on the eye patch.
Yeah. You put on the eye patch, and you still have, like, your skin is still stained, and it looks like from how you were
Yeah.
laying, your good eye leaked kind of out to the side.
Oh,
So there's
so
that.
like super sus or just like a little sus?
A little sus. I mean, most people
Okay.
here won't really think much of it. It looks like you just were kind of wiping
Right.
away ash, just like you were saying.
Perfect.
Hugo kind of puts a bucket of water out towards you. Wash your face off a little bit. You got ash all over it.
Yeah, sure. I'll scrub it a little bit.
Did you have a good night's sleep?
About as good as anyone else in the camp.
Well, got news
Why,
about
what's
that.
up?
Um, yeah, Josiah, she wants essentially triple duty, both of us. So when you're not
Triple
patrolling
duty,
at night,
both
when
of
you're
us.
yeah, if you're not doing rounds, you need to just watch the camp, not sleep.
Great.
Do you
Okay.
wanna? Do you prefer to do all-nighters, or do you want to do part of the night? I'll do part of the night. And we're both losing sleep.
Let's start. Let's start each taking a night shift. Part of the night. And if that isn't fucking working, we'll figure something else out.
And since it's mostly happening at night, I think we can take a break during the days. Try to get some sleep.
Okay.
I'll take tonight. If you want to take tomorrow night, we can switch off that way.
Sure.
On that note, I did talk to Josiah. We're gonna do you first, so you can go to sleep. If you want to go back to sleep.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Jacob just froze with the funniest face.
I froze?
Yeah, you froze for a second.
Oh shit. My bad.
You're good. Uh, Seb, do you walk back for breakfast?
Yeah, I'll come back around that time.
And Aster, you can be awake as well.
Mm-hmm.
Leah, and Merrick are kind of quiet, but you see Thora. Thora is hardly eating at all, and she looks really sad. Thora, because it's been a while again, she's the expert in languages and scripts.
Yeah.
She seems really upset. Sarah hasn't come out yet. You've got Bram and Eleanor. Those notable laborers are eating their porridge as well.
Yep.
Even Yoram, Kira, and Roland are over here eating, but not a lot of words
Does
being
your
said.
Rom? I would say Aster usually keeps her book on her. Does your Rom always have a bag or a book holstered on her?
She does.
Also, yeah,
She also has that wrist guard with pen, ink.
that's right. Mm-hmm. Man, I want her to die so I can steal that.
Jesus Christ, Claire.
You could just steal it.
We can make that happen.
Yeah, Clay's like, we can kill her.
Yeah, we kill her.
I
Fuck
can
it.
kill her.
Whatever. We'll go
No.
tonight.
No.
Let him back into the Sightless Seekers.
Is there anything you guys are doing in this morning before the festivities begin?
Hmm.
Uh, I guess I'll go hang out with Thora. She's the one that's really upset, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of sitting next to her, and she doesn't say anything.
Yeah. I'm really sorry, Thora. It's really horrible what happened.
Yep, it is.
I'm sure Josiah will get to the bottom of it.
I'm sure she'll try.
You don't think she can?
Seems like if we were going to get to the bottom of it, we'd have done it by now.
What do you think is going on?
I think someone here is sabotaging us.
Well, I know that's kind of what we all think, but like, why would someone do that?
I don't know. I don't. Why would you burn books holding 1,000 years of history from
I don't
before
know.
our records go back? Why would you burn those? Why would you destroy bodies of people that we were, going to talk to with Sev? And things happened before you got here.
Really? What?
We had busted into one building. It seemed to be not like the temple on the northern side of town, but something still akin to a worship site. Leah was very excited about it. The building was, well, it seemed to collapse in the middle of the night. The roof caved in and crushed everything inside.
Oh no.
It's one of the reasons we've been going so slow.
I
Hugo's
see.
equipment has broken on more than one occasion.
Wow. Well, hopefully the conservatory answers her requests for more guards. We only have Clay and Hugo, and goodness knows Hugo's busy.
Yeah, I'm sure more gods are going to take care of it.
It's better than nothing.
Well,
I'm
sure.
sorry, I'll leave you be.
You can eat here, it's fine.
Yeah, Aster won't say anything else.
Anything from Sev, Clay?
Nah, let's do this.
Okay. Josiah comes out while everybody's eating breakfast. As I said, I am working to get to the bottom of this. This has gone on long enough. As many of you know, our friend Sev here is able to use specific abilities of his kind. We will be leveraging those. I will call you into my tent one by one. I implore you to be ready to speak nothing but the truth to me. If I get a hint of dishonesty from you, the consequences will be dire. I am not afraid to dole out justice here. Monsef. Clay, you're first.
All right. Stand up and walk over to her tent. Or
Okay.
wherever it is she's doing these.
Yeah. It's in her tent, so.
Yeah, I'll tell her this. Yeah, this ability only lasts 10 minutes or so, so we can keep
Well, that
pushing
won't be
this.
enough for everyone.
Yeah.
Sev, who do you think is the most suspicious?
Um, you could bring people here in groups. I mean, it's more of an area of effect rather than.
Can we just tell people that they're under it? Is there something they should feel.
They will know. They will know.
I was hoping to go one by one. How many people are we able to do at a time?
However many can fit, and probably within the tent area. You could call by.
How many times are we able to use this ability of yours? Indefinitely?
Not indefinitely, once or twice. But
She
How
peeks
How
her
long does
head
the
out of that.
spell last,
10
Tyler?
minutes.
Because, oh, it's only 10 minutes. For some reason, I thought it was an hour.
And he has to recast it for any new people.
no, it's just
Gotcha.
an area. So like when people come in,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So we could just keep it going, and if she wants to call people in by like groups of 3 or 4, I mean, I think that would.
Okay, I misunderstood.
Yeah.
10, 20 minutes of this will be plenty for the questions that she's going to ask. She'll come back out of the tent. Everyone line up. Clay, Aster, Thora, Merrick, Leah, Hugo, Zara, Bram, Eleanor, Rom, Kira, Roland, Greta, Yorn. She peeks back in the tent. There are other laborers, unskilled, that are in this camp. She kind of looks at you, Sev. I'm not worried about the simple laborers.
They've been here as long as you have.
Yes, and well, we pay them well enough. I would be surprised if any of them were. And any. Well, I won't get into that, but I'm not suspicious of them.
Sure. I'd say
She's
just 'cause-
an insider tent. I don't think you guys have been in here yet, but it actually has a wooden base to it. Um, so it has a bit of a floor. There's a desk. There's some bookshelves. There's a simple bed off to the side. It's roomy in here. There's even a rug. It's homey. There's even a small wood burning fireplace in here that keeps the tent nice and warm. She sits behind her desk, which is it's not opulent. It's not huge, but it's a good size for this kind of tent. It's stacked with papers, missives. You see there is a bird cage behind it that is currently empty. Clay, come in.
Walk in.
Walk in. Take a seat.
they do have to roll, like, so they can just get out of it if they roll a high enough charisma save.
Oh, I'm very aware. They can choose to fail, though, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. You can always choose to
The
fail.
only one that would know is Sev, though, right?
Yep.
If they pass or fail.
I'm the only one who know any of that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't it say that they know that they're under the effects of the spell, though?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll take a seat.
she gestures to a single chair. Clay, what were you doing last night?
I went on my patrol around the camp.
Oh,
At
roll
the
me a
predetermined-
charisma save, by the way. Forgot. We just talked about this.
Not good.
DC 16.
Yeah, nope.
Right.
Oh. 16.
Nice.
All right, so you pass.
Beat it. So
So you know that he did not succumb to your magic. So go on, Sev. Or go on, Clay. Sorry.
I went on my watch at the predetermined time around the camp. Did not see anything. No bandits, no predatory wildlife, as per usual. I went around. I saw Sev at his post by the library. I came back and I went to bed. And then I woke up like everyone else when I heard and or saw the light and the cracking of the incident, the crates.
I know you're new, not particularly committed to the conservatory's ideals, but are you committed to seeing a successful dig here?
Successful dig for you guys means that I did my job well and then I get paid. So if this shit was happening, well, this shit is happening. And I don't like it because it makes more work for me. So, yeah.
Do you seek to destroy any of the knowledge we are finding here?
No. No, I don't. I don't really care what you find, actually, but if you find it, then you guys are happy and people aren't acting like assholes. So,
Very well. You can leave, Mr. Clay.
No lies.
yeah, I got a patrol to make. Stand up and walk out.
She looks over at you, Sev. All is good.
No deceitfulness detected.
Okay. I want to roll through these other ones a little more quickly. Let's start with Aster. So I guess not. Oh, quickly. Aster, you will come in.
Mm-hmm.
You do not need to make a charisma save, as you are immune to
Oh.
this effect.
Oh, that's nice.
We'll have
Means your ROM is
consequences.
going to be immune too, though.
Right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to ask you the same questions. What were you
Mhm.
doing last night? Are you committed to this dig? Do you seek to destroy any knowledge? We can roll through those if you want, but overall, your answers aren't going to
Yeah,
matter.
we don't
because
need to role play all of them, but Aster will be like, of course I want the best for this dig. This is as important to my career as it is to yours.
she kind of looks over to Sev.
I think, yeah, that's very, very much, you know this already.
Uh, so you're indicating to her that Aster isn't lying?
Yeah, so basically, like, of course. Yeah,
Okay.
Thanks,
she
buddy.
does.
You may go, Aster.
Yep.
And they call the other people in here. Give me 1 second. I should grab the whole list, but I had them spread out. So Thora will come in. I'm just gonna copy my list of little questions here. I didn't. In my mind, I was like, she's probably asking more questions, but I didn't want to sit here and have you guys watch me do 15,000 questions for each person.
Aster is going to mentally eavesdrop on as many as she can, so just let me know if I hear anything abnormal, but I doubt I will.
Very good. Thora is gonna roll. She fails. So she succumbs to your spell. In terms of what she was doing last night, she talks about how she was um, reviewing notes on some of the inscriptions she had taken on the books, and then went to sleep, only waking at the yelling of about the fire. She does say that she is 100% committed to this dig, has always been committed from day one. She lobbied to work with Josiah specifically on this, and is heartbroken that it continues to be sabotaged. And she gives a very firm no to the destruction of knowledge. And Sev, you can see she's even crying a little bit by the end of this. Josiah looks over at you to confirm.
It's telling the truth.
Thank you, Thora. You may go. Okay. Next goes in Merrick. He fails. It's just him the same questions. He was sleeping. He talks about how he had a little bit too much ale in celebration of the success that they had and slept mostly through the fire until it got loud enough in the yelling that he finally woke, but he was disoriented and nauseous. And when was unable to really help, he talks about his guilt at not being mentally ready to help put out this fire. He does indicate that he is fully committed to this dig and had hoped to unveil even more of the insides of buildings. And he expresses his disappointment in how slow the work has been going to do that as an architectural person. Uh, he also speaks about how he does not seek to destroy the knowledge, but that books and artifacts are secondary to his goals of studying the actual buildings and structures themselves. He's like, it is a shame that that's being destroyed, but ultimately my goal isn't to guard or protect that. I'm here to study the buildings. That's my job. Um, Josiah will look over to you for confirmation.
Yes, everything's truthful.
He passes. Leah comes in. She succeeds with a natural 20.
Shoot.
She sits down. Leah says how she spent a little bit of the evening back at the temple investigating it. She talks about how she's been doing that in her evenings, skipping dinner, as her daily responsibilities have been drawing her more towards what Josiah wants, which is the studying of the library, versus Leah, who, being more interested in the religious practices, is more interested in the temple and trying to gain entry into it, as it is still technically locked to them. They do not understand how to open it. So that is what she describes. But then she does say, before it got too late, too dark, she did come home or come back to the camp and go to sleep. She is very committed to this dig, has been disappointed, and has been trying to keep an eye out over the last few evenings on her way back from the temple, but hasn't seen anything suspicious. Um, and that she does not seek to destroy any of the knowledge, and much like other people, has been very disappointed in the destruction that has already happened. After which, Josiah will look at you again.
I guess since she passed, can I do like an insight check on?
Yeah, you can do an insight check.
Sounded truthful.
I'm just montaging through these, and
Yeah.
tell me if I'm taking too long on these guys. I don't want to.
13.
13. Yeah, she seems to be telling the truth.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Josiah.
Okay. I think I read Hugo's name out, but we are gonna skip him. Josiah, like, really trusts Hugo. Zara is brought in. We don't need to go through the whole thing with Zara, except see if she passes or fails. She fails, so she's echoing the same sentiments that you've gotten with the other people.
Yeah.
She will voice that she was incredibly disappointed by the bodies that had been uncovered being destroyed, because she is the social structures and like culture person. And so not being able to actually speak with them as you said you could,
Yeah.
she tears up a little bit at that, of like the discovery of that being lost forever now. Bram and Eleanor. I'm gonna roll them real quick. They both will fail. Um, they were both sleeping. They talk about how they're incredibly tired at the end of these days and they're being worked to the bone. There's some frustration with both of them of like, you have been pushing us day in and day out. We have time to eat and we have time to sleep. And destroying the evidence that we're or the knowledge and stuff that we're gathering here doesn't make it easier for us. It only makes it harder because you demand more of us every time. So why would we do that?
Mhm.
So there's frustration and there's truth in that um, for both of them.
Yeah.
She'll look over at you.
Yeah, it's all truthful. Essentially, as long as people aren't bypassing this, anything they say in here is the truth. But I
That's
can let
great, but I don't know if they're bypassing it or not. Do you want to tell me at the beginning?
sure.
Has anyone bypassed it yet?
Um, no, everyone's been truthful.
She's gonna roll an insight check on you. Because
Ooh,
you
Sev.
took a long time to answer that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She only rolled a 5.
You have to understand, I really don't. I was built for fighting stuff. I really don't use this kind of magic too often.
Of course. We have your Rom next. She's always been very antagonistic.
Hmm.
If something happens, tell me immediately. Do you understand?
Oh well.
Rom and Rom comes in. She has her satchel. She has her brace. She sits down. You realize she seems unaffected by your spell as well.
Hmm.
Josiah kind of looks
Notice
over at you.
she's she's able to evade my magics.
Josiah looks at your and it gets a lot more intense.
There's nothing much more I can do on this other than listen.
Now, Yaram, how are you able to avoid this magic? Yaram just kind of, with a calm face, says, perhaps Warforged abilities are not as strong as we initially thought they were.
She's
Or
such a bitch.
perhaps your faith in a pre-rend automaton who has likely laid dormant for thousands of years is misplaced. Josiah kind of leans back a little bit. And I suppose you had nothing to do with last night. Josiah. No, I didn't, believe it or not. I was in my tent all night. Well, until the yelling broke out. Doing research for your dig. Ah, yes, my dig. The one I was assigned over you. And you do not let me forget, do you? I'm only saying that if better leadership had been instilled from the beginning, perhaps we wouldn't be facing this kind of disloyalty amongst the staff.
Do you think
That's
you have something to gain by making Josiah look bad?
oh, I have everything to gain by Josiah looking bad. likely being fired from the conservatory. But our goals are the same nonetheless. I would not seek destruction of historical documents, data, things that can give us context to history. I am still a historian, even if she deems me a hateful bitch. No, I did not burn the books, Josiah. I did not destroy the body. I didn't bury the temple. And no, I do not know why your personal automaton cannot read my mind. But I am glad for it. You will not invade my privacy. She looks at you with disdain, Sev. If you don't mind. My team and I have business. They will not be answering these silly questions of yours, Josiah. She stands up and begins to walk out. Josiah stands up. I've had enough of this, Yoram. I will not take the sabotage and I will not take the insubordination any longer. Pack your stuff and leave. I want you gone with the next trade wagon. Should be here in 2 or so days. See that you're on it. Yoram huffs out of the tent, and you hear her yell uh through the canvas. Come on. Her and Kira and Roland walk down the hill towards their campsite. There's some more laborers, Greta, Yorn. Uh there's nothing new coming from them. Yoram just kind of sits back, and I would say over the course of this, you definitely burned both of those spell slots, Tyler. She kind of sits back in her chair, exhausted. She's like, "So we got nowhere."
Uh, I I guess not. I
Well, I guess I should roll Josiah.
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah,
And she should have rolled
I
that a
was
long
just
time ago.
texting Tyler. I was like, you need to ask her questions.
I was gonna wait till kind of the end.
She failed.
Yeah. So what do you think's going on here? I mean, you
I don't know. I have half a mind to believe it is Yoram. Given that she, for some reason, is immune to the effects of whatever this is, and she, gestures to herself because she can feel it
yeah,
over her.
but
But I also find it difficult to believe that she would ruin a dig like this for her own personal gain. There is much more notoriety, much more fame to be given, even if she's not leading it, to be a part of something of this scale. Don't know.
um, do you think? I don't, maybe whoever's doing this isn't even aware they're doing it. I mean, people dream and walk in their sleep, and who
You're
knows?
saying a sleepwalker
I don't know.
is destroying our dig site. Come now, Sev. You can't be serious.
Hmm. Is there any help coming? Is there?
I sent the bird a week ago. Should have arrived in Ebonmere by now. Should be getting a response soon. And hopefully I can hire a attachment of the Platinum League to come here and give some relief to Hugo and to Clay.
Did anything happen when everybody first got here? Did you like? Has it always kind of been status quo, just slowly unearthing things, accidents here and there?
Yes, they have become more frequent, unfortunately, since you arrived.
Nobody found anything weird or
No, nothing out of the ordinary for what we would expect for this kind of dig outside of the size, the scale of it all. Well, this latest library is out of the ordinary, unlike anything we've ever seen, but that's too recent. I think that will be all. Sev, I need to think.
sure?
When you leave, tell everyone they can have a break today.
Wish I could be more helpful.
You did quite a bit. Thank you for your aid.
You know, if you need anything else, I don't know, walk out.
You walk out. Seth, I'm sorry, not Seth. Clay asked her, "Where are you guys?"
Um, Aster's not far from the tent, is if she can do that in a non-suspicious way, because she wanted to mentally eavesdrop on
Yeah, you
people.
can be sitting kind of right outside it, waiting for your
Yeah, I
friends.
waiting for Sev.
Yeah. The, the only the only person who didn't was just Leah was the only person who didn't
Mm-hmm.
fail the check.
And I would be getting Leah's surface thoughts, so I'm gonna guess she didn't lie anyway.
She didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing you did get is that she is very curious about the door of the temple, given
The
what
one
she
that
saw in the library with the
I was gonna
gem
say, the door that Seven Eye opened
opened.
that one time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you could tell there were some thoughts about uh maybe trying to have Sev open that, but they
Yeah,
were they were very apprehensive with
sure.
it. Once that happens, is stuff in the temple gonna get destroyed, whatever's in there?
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of confliction in her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Um, is Clay with me or is he like off patrolling or something?
Did you go on a patrol, Clay? That's up to you.
That was what I was told to do, so figured I'd just
Yeah, so
walk
Clay
around.
Clay went for a patrol, so he's gone for right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, Sev will come out.
How did it go, Sev?
Um, I mean, didn't learn anything new. It's, I actually, I think this is kind of apparent, but there's a little bit of tension, obviously, between Josiah and Naram, because this was initially supposed to be her dig site,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But Yoram is being, you probably heard the commotion. She's being sent away
Yes, I heard.
in a couple days. I don't know how that'll go over.
I would have said that was great, but now that we know she can also do magic, I'm wondering if we need her to fix whatever this is.
Yeah, And she was also immune to it, as you are.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case. Also, Leah has put together that that door of the temple is the same sort of gem power as the platform in the floor, which we know because we already opened it. She would like to do that too, but she's also worried that if we all get in there, something bad may happen to that building.
But if it's something within the town protecting it, maybe, I mean, the temple seemed like the source of this magic, this place. I have a hard time thinking that it would just, hurt itself like that.
Well, it's willing to smash its own people's bodies to bits, so.
It
But not.
seems like it's afraid of things leaving, like information or things leaving this place. But maybe if we just keep it all here.
Maybe. It didn't do anything bad to the temple when you and I were in there. We
Right.
also didn't take anything. There also wasn't really anything to take. Maybe you're right.
And whatever it is has to know that we're taking it, because if we had just not told anybody about speaking with those petrified people or those dead people, we might have been able to do it.
It's definitely conscious enough to know what we are doing. It proved that by speaking to me. I think tonight we should try to make contact with this thing and see exactly what it wants. Clay is going to hate that, but don't really see what other choice we have.
Kind of hate it too, but yeah, I feel like we're stuck, especially if Euron leaves.
Especially if you're on what?
Leaves, especially if she goes, then I feel really.
If she leaves and bad things keep happening, Josiah is going to be very upset, yes.
I don't think that Josiah has any, obviously she doesn't have any idea about things happening against people's will or control. I asked her a few questions and she seemed oblivious. Although she did say things picked up, bad things picked up even more so after we arrived. Kind of par for the course.
True. Well, we have today off, so I'm going to rest a little bit, probably talk to my book about how we can do this. But keep an eye out.
The best way to reach out to this thing is.
Yeah, you tell me.
I'll come up with some stuff, but I'm also going to ask my book, like, how do I talk to this thing? I don't know if it'll give me an answer, but
Yeah, it won't.
it won't.
Yeah, it said it will not speak of these things, of this thing.
Well, but I'm just asking, like, how do I make contact? Not what is it? I'm not
Yeah,
asking for the book to give me more information. It won't give me anything.
it won't give you anything. It doesn't even say I won't speak on it again. It just, you write
Just,
and it's just blank.
hmm. Okay. I have to figure this one out on my own.
I come back from patrol eventually, right? Can I
Yeah,
find them?
you can find them. Aster's frozen.
I'm frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, I am. I see it. I don't know why. Let me turn my video off. There we go. Yeah, so Aster's gonna spend the day coming up with a plan for how to do a seance for this fucking entity, and I don't know what that is yet.
What if we take something out of the city?
I was thinking of maybe doing it in the temple itself, but that's an idea.
Oh. Well, it seems to react when if it is this thing, it
Yeah.
seems to react when there's the threat of deeper knowledge being uncovered and or knowledge leaving the city.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't want to trigger
Can't hear you,
in
Tyler.
a bad thing though.
Um, I
Can
know,
hear you
yeah,
now.
you don't want to overshoot and cause something terrible to happen, like the book burning. But I'm
Do
wondering
we
if
want to?
maybe the best way, I mean, I know this is kind of what we've been trying the whole time, trying to catch someone in the act, but if this thing is like possessing somebody, that's one way
To try to pin it down to speak with it. But if
corner
it's
it.
possessing Josiah, that's a risky endeavor. And if it
Yeah.
can simply leave her body at any time, then I don't think that really helps us.
Do we want to talk to your Rom since she's supposed to be leaving in a few days?
I'm
Look at
still
that boy.
debating. Still debating what we do with your Oh, Chauncey.
He's sleepy.
On the one hand, if she has powers equivalent to mine, it could be a big help to essentially have two of me. On the other hand, she is a real fucking bitch.
Yes, this is true, but we're kind of. I don't see a lot of ways forward that aren't gonna just make a scene or blow something up. I don't mean it literally blow something up, but like set off more alarms in the camp of stuff. Cause like that thing's fucking crazy.
I mean, I see your point, but in a way, we are trying to help it. We are trying to figure out what it wants. So I think it's possible that we communicate with it without causing any major disasters.
I love your optimism, but I think all we've done so far is go from like basically one major disaster to another, you know? There's
Well,
assassination in Ebonmere, fucking explosions in outside of Rotterdam, fucking exploded an ancient flesh forest.
well,
We've gotten
maybe
out
this
of all of
time,
it.
maybe this time will be different.
Is there
Like
any,
I said,
Aster, is there
love
any way
love
to
the
like
optimism.
look, it registered that, you've got something special and are associated with the cortex. Is there any way you can reach out like that via the priestess, or I don't know?
Well, I was just thinking of trying to communicate with it mentally the same way I do you guys. If it has a consciousness, I don't see why I couldn't. The problem is getting it to a particular place to do that.
It's got to be the temple. That's where the storm is.
That's what I was thinking.
Do we let anybody? I guess nobody else should.
No, no one else can know about
Yeah.
this.
I don't even. I think it would have to show itself to us too, because I don't want to. I don't think I should take the potion again tonight. 2 days in a row is risky.
Yeah. Imagine
One
getting
day.
addicted
Well,
to that here.
what if What if I take it?
Absolutely not. No fucking way. Don't even
Why
try this line
not?
of thinking.
Why not?
Yeah, why not, dude?
You are not that much tougher than me, Clay.
Look, yes, I am. All I've done since you've met me is get my shit stomped in, and I'm still here. So,
That just means I'm smarter than you, not that you're stronger than me.
well, I'm not even gonna try to debate that one.
Is the potion really that bad? Do you need special training or something to handle it?
Yes, they give it to you a little bit at a time to get you used to it.
Well, what if I only take a little bit?
Oh,
Just enough to see
God,
it.
Aster. Don't you have like see invisibility or something?
No?
Okay, well, I do, so let's start with that.
Okay.
Or detect magic.
Detect magic might work.
Okay. Let's let's use our let's use not jumping straight to the you taking the potion before
Okay,
we.
okay, fine, but bring some of it with us just in case.
Oh, I always have it.
Oh, great. That's comforting.
Never know when you need me to see some ancient fucking being. So I guess
Okay.
we're going to the temple tonight then. It's my turn to do watch, so.
So it's actually, as you guys are talking, I was waiting for a good moment to do this, so I'm gonna do it now. Leah does approach.
I was just gonna say we need to make sure Leah is not watching the temple at that time.
Leah approaches. She goes, "Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Leo.
I have she's like whispering. I won't do it because the mic doesn't pick it up, but she is under her breath. I think the door to the temple is similar to what we discovered in the library. Sev, I was hoping you might aid opening it. But here's the thing. I don't want the full camp to know we've opened it.
Josh, is Leah the one that I've been spending a lot of time with? Who was that?
I think you've mostly been spending a lot of time with Thora. She's the
Okay,
book,
that's right.
more the book and script person. Leah is a
And
lot more
she's the religious person.
mhm,
Yeah, okay.
artifacts and
Mm-hmm.
religious sites.
Mm-hmm.
She's also a halfling, whereas Thora is a half elf.
Yeah. Yeah, I will also be whispering and I will say, can I tell you a secret, Leah?
Please.
Sev and I had the same idea. We've actually already been inside it.
Without me? She's like a little frustrated. She's like genuinely surprised, frustrated.
I am sorry, but
But wait, you were able to close the door on your way out?
yes, the door opens or closes the same way it opens. But yes, we will take you inside there.
And we should close it every time
Mm-hmm.
we. I I would like to do our research in the evenings after people have
Agreed.
slept to
Agreed.
ensure that no one knows we're going in and out.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Good, good. Well, relax tonight and then let's start tomorrow evening. I think the camp is on a little too high of alert for us to go down there today.
Sounds good.
Thank you. She'll walk away.
Mm-hmm.
She walks away.
Okay.
Mhm.
Are we still going to? Are we still going tonight?
I think we should still go tonight. You're the one on watch. You're the one on watch, right? So you can cover us.
Yes. Yeah, it's my turn tonight because I slept and Hugo did the night one. So
Okay.
Well, no. Uh, when he said today, he meant like he's staying up tonight on the
Oh.
23rd. The night of the 23rd, he's gonna keep watch.
Hmm.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm confused. You're up tonight.
It, okay.
Apologies.
No worries. I mean, it was confusing. It was like early morning,
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
whatever.
No, he was just stayed up the rest
Either
of the night. Yeah.
Clay could just be confused and be like, "Oh, it's my turn tonight."
Nah, you can go tonight. We don't need to sell it. Okay. What's 12:10? So we can stop there.
I mean, I have rehearsal, so I don't want to push it.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's not a we can stop there. It's we are stopping there.
we are stopping there. Okay.
But are we good to play next
Sorry.
week? I am.
Yep,
I
I
am.
am.
Things
Let's
are about
go.
to pop the fuck off.
Yeah. Well, okay, so it is Father's Day, but I'm doing something on Saturday, so I don't know if you guys have
Yeah, well, I
anything.
don't talk to my dad, so
Well,
I don't know
I
what we're
meant
doing, but it doesn't have to be on
Claire.
Sunday morning.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll be good at some point during the weekend. I'll let you guys know. But yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah. I got dinner Saturday night, but anytime Sunday I can make work.
Cool.
okay.
2 weeks in a row. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's
Fuck
get back on
yeah.
it. Let's get back on it.
Fuck yeah.
Session 60, guys. Damn.
Sheesh.
That's
Hell yeah.
crazy. We're at 105
That
in
is
our Strahd
crazy.
game and it's ending and it's like we're gonna be at like 85 before we finish Act 1 of this campaign.
Oh my God. That's crazy.
Jesus.
It's like slow, but time is also moving fast in the game.
Yeah.
But it's not, so I don't fucking know.
This has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 70 days since day 1 of the campaign.
That's like really nothing. I mean,
2 months.
Yeah,
It's
just about.
shit for the amount of shit that's gone down.
It's been
Yeah.
exactly 2 months. Yeah.
dude, we've fucked so much stuff up in 70 days.
Yeah.
Love
Well, I
it.
want to do some more. I want to do some more montaging. So hopefully soon we start doing a move. And I wanted to at the end of Act 1 do a bit of a break like we did with Mirabar back in Storm Kings, where we do like, here's 2 months. What are we
Mhm.
doing? But we'll come
Hell
to
yeah.
that when we get there. But yeah, I think we'll call it there.
Perfect.
All right. I'm gonna get off here. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
You guys too. Have a good one. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah. Bye, guys.